Yep. Okay. So I want you to comment in the chat if you're watching, and able. Now, if you're driving, it is not that serious. Okay. So you just stay put. But I want to know, like, why did you originally start your Mary Kay business? Okay. Because my reason why I started, you guys, is so different to why I stayed. Okay. For me, when I first signed up, I didn't have very high confidence, and I didn't really have I was not going to give myself big expectations and be let down. And so really the truth was that I wanted a lot, but I wasn't willing to say that. So, but I started for a 50% discount. We didn't have 2 quarters to rub together, and I wanted the skincare, and I didn't want to pay full price. See if I can mute. Okay. So, new consultants, if you are still, now I know we've kind of welcomed this to everybody. Who on here, give me a show of hands, are you still in your great start period, which is the month you sign up plus 3? Okay. So a lot of you are. Okay. So, and if you don't know what a great start period is, ask your director, but I'm so passionate about it because you guys that are in your great start period, you literally have so much free stuff at your fingertips. Like literally you can grasp it if you will just do it. Okay. So when you recruit in your great start period, you get, when she comes in and does at least a 600. Okay. Now it can be cumulative. Okay. So as long as you recruit her by the end of your 4-month great start period, okay, no matter if she does anything, as long as she is recruited in your first 4 months, she then has 4 months to get qualified. Okay. So this is like a Mary Kay term. So qualified means that she has done a 600 like upfront, or she's done a 600 cumulative within her first 4 months, her great start period. Does that make sense? I know that's like very wordy, but I just want to make sure that makes sense. So y'all give me a thumbs up, please. So, because I really want, okay, we have fireworks. That's exciting. Okay, but seriously, does that make sense? Everybody understand what qualified means? Yes. Okay, y'all are gonna have fireworks too. It's gonna be so great. Also, when your new recruit does her 600, okay, you get a $50 bonus, but then you also get 2 bundles of free product. Okay. And each bundle is about $100 value. So the goal is to get them qualified. Okay. So even if they don't have the money to invest, y'all, we can still sell enough at the debut party to get her there. Okay. Because literally, y'all, like, are y'all selling product? It's the holidays. I've sold so much product this weekend. It has been crazy. So, and it's all tied to a lot of communication, really. I mean, that's what it is. A lot of communication. But anyways, so new consultants, $50 bonuses, 2 bundles of free product valued at $100 each. Okay. Now, if you're a seasoned consultant or a new consultant, okay, you also qualify for these things. When you have 8 recruits on your team that are active, you can go on Target to earn a car. Okay. You also can earn Diamond Bs. I've earned 2 Diamond Bs in my career and currently almost halfway done with my 3rd already. So y'all, it is crazy. You can get some diamonds. The promotions. Now here's what I love. Okay. So I joined the military and I was in the military for 6 years. And basically, in order to move up the ranks, you had to spend time in the military. And of course, you had to meet certain qualifications in order to promote. Okay. In order to move up the ranks and get paid more, you had to spend time. Okay. So you couldn't speed up the process even if you wanted to. You literally had to wait. Well, in Mary Kay, Okay. The great thing is that you determine how fast you move up. So if you want to be a director making director cash, okay, which is really amazing, you've got to recruit, but you get to determine how fast or how slow you want to do it. The other thing that a lot of us directors do, we do red gifts. So when you're, going into your brand spanking new red jacket with 3 active recruits, you get a gift from your director. We still do cash bonuses. Once you hit red jacket with those 3 active recruits, you can get $50 bonuses. There are prizes like your pearls of sharing. Has anybody ever talked to you about earning your earrings, your bracelet, your necklace from your director? Those are all stemmed from doing shares, and we're going to talk more about that. Then, did you hear that if you have 8 active recruits, you will be invited to leadership conference, which is in Fort Worth, Texas. So you would get to come with all of us directors, but you have to finish that by December 30th in order to be invited. Okay. But how cool is that? Go hang out with some people at the top of Mary Kay. Okay. So that's like nitty gritty, like perks, okay, of why recruit. Now, I want to tell you my favorite part of recruiting is blessing other people. Blessing other people. Y'all, I can't imagine what my life would look like without Mary Kay. Sorry about the background. We're at Thanksgiving at my dad's. But I couldn't imagine what my life would be like without Mary Kay. The women that I've met through Mary Kay, the impact it's had on my family, my life. Y'all, the home that we get to live in because of my Mary Kay business, the cars that I've gotten to drive over the years because of Mary Kay. Y'all, it's a big impact, okay? So don't take it lightly. Like when you're going to share with somebody, y'all, you might change her life, okay? And don't get discouraged or fearful about that. I want you to get excited because you have the opportunity to literally impact other people. Okay. It's kind of like sharing Jesus with people, like it changes their life, right? Well, this opportunity could change her whole entire financial situation. Why would you want to hold that up? So I always say Mary Kay is a gift. It's a gift, y'all. It's so selfish not to share the business. I used to want to hold on to my customers because they were like sending me all kinds of orders. But at the end of the day, y'all, if I can impact her financially and I can build a strong team, I could move up the career path. And that would really bring in long-term income for me versus a quick sale. And I don't know about you guys, I don't want to be here for a short term. I want to be here for the long term. Like I'm in it for the long term game, And so recruiting for me, I will tell you, is just like selling. It's just like selling. If you like to sell Mary Kay product, y'all, you can learn how to sell this business. Okay. So we're just selling them a blessing instead of selling them skincare. That's all we're doing. Like, I think we try to overcomplicate it, but y'all, we're just trying to figure out what her need is. So remember, you always ask, so what is your skin like? Tell me about your skin. Well, instead of asking about her skin, you're going to say, okay, so tell me, what do you feel like you need most in your life right now? Because I bet you, there is something in this Mary Kay business that could benefit her, whether it be money, sisterhood, a hobby. Maybe she just needs something fun to do for herself. Women come in just to have fun. So you just got to kind of figure out, what does she need? And the only way that you do that is asking questions. So how do you make a connection with them? Asking questions. So when she tells you a reason that she could use extra money or extra time or girl time or maybe some more me time, are you connecting the dots with Mary Kay? So like when I say, I really could just use some girl time. Well, then I talk about how we do fun little beauty bingo events and we get together all girls and we literally just hang out and we we talk to each other and have girl time, and we sell product, and we go home with sales, but we go home like filling our cup with our girl time. Like, and it is so fun. Like if she mentioned, like, I really just need to get out of the house and have some girl time, that's what you talk about, right? But if she talks about, I really need some extra money because I want to take my kids to Disney, well, then you talk about how much you sold at the last event that you were invited to. Um, so that's a big deal. Okay. So where do you start? When you're wanting to find a new recruit, where do you start? Okay. Because this was the hardest part for me. I'm like, I need another recruit. Like, where is she going to come from? Okay. So, first off, I start with the customers that I already have. The women that are already purchasing products from me. Okay. Because so like who has ordered from you in the past 6 months or less, however long you've been in? Y'all, what's great is you don't have to sell her on Mary Kay because she's already using the product. So that you get to check that out, like check that off the list. Have you shared the opportunity with all of your customers, all the girls that have, wanted to try the Mary Kay product? Have you asked everyone, okay? And y'all, just because she's no longer in front of you, like I have done facials and parties before, and then I left the appointment and forgot to ask them if they would listen to the text. Okay, I have done that. So you know what I do? I call them up the next day or the next week or whenever she's on my mind, and I say, girl, I was thinking about you. I totally messed up. I'm an imperfect person. I forgot to ask you, and I have to ask you, is there any way we can do a quick call with you, me, and my director? It's just for my training. Okay. Like I still say it's for my training. Y'all, I still say that, and it's been 7 years because you're never gonna be completely sharp on everything that you do. You're gonna mess up. Okay. So we gotta stop thinking we gotta be perfect. We don't have to be perfect. Do you have any previous hostesses? Okay. So if she's a good hostess, she will be a great recruit. Okay. New consultants, start with who you know. I want you to make a list of 15 women. Okay. Make a list of 15 women. Do that today. So here's what I want to kind of tell you. There's a soft balance. Hear me on this because this is good. Okay. There is a soft balance in prejudging and knowing who to ask. Okay. So prejudging is like, I'm not asking her because I'm worried about what she's going to think. Why did I even start Mary Kay? Or, like I'm worried about what she's going to think about me doing Mary Kay or blah, blah, blah. Okay. But knowing who to ask. So I need to tell you, this is a business, y'all. It's a business. Okay. You don't want to recruit people who need help. Y'all know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, if you're from Spartanburg, we don't ask the people from Howard Street. Okay. Like that's where, like they don't really need to be selling cosmetics with us. Okay. They really, it's like a soft balance. You know what I'm saying? Like you recruit women who want to help themselves. Okay. Not ones who want a handout. Does that make sense? Because people who want a handout, y'all, they're not going to get it in Mary Kay. You got to work in order to make the money. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, nothing's handed over to you. It's not a beauty contest. It is a hustle contest. I mean, at the end of the day. Okay, so 7 characteristics to look for when trying to make a decision on who you want to ask. Okay. All right. Number 1, women who already know that God intended for them to have more. Y'all, I'm not trying to convince a woman that God needs you to have more. Like, I need you to know, like, God called you to more. Like, you are created for a purpose. The second thing is women who value education. Has she gone to college? Does she have some college? Has she finished her high school degree? Or diploma? Like she values education because y'all, if they're not willing to learn, it's going to be a really hard time because they got to be willing to learn. So they've got to have some kind of value in education. Um, the third thing is women who can embrace Mary Kay's philosophy of guy first, family second, career third, and who can embrace and follow the golden rule, like treating others the way that you want to be treated. I think that's a big deal, okay? Because if she comes in here and she wants to go steal customers and slash tires, basically, that's a no-go, okay? Like, y'all can ask my girls. I will straight up tell you, like, you are not allowed to do that, and I will call the company on you to make sure that you don't do it. Like, we don't steal from people, okay? Like, that's how they pay their bills and feed their kids, you know? So I'm very passionate about that. So, like, do it the right way, you know? Like, would you want somebody to do that to you? I would hope not. So that's, I think that's a big deal. Okay, I don't know what number I'm on, but the next one is women who can get excited about positively impacting other women. And is that you? Are you excited about positively impacting other women? Okay. Um, I love to impact others. Like if I can make a big difference in a woman, guess what I could do? I could change her entire household, her kids, her future grandkids, her husband, her marriage. If I can impact the woman, I can impact the entire family. And that, y'all, is magnificent. Okay. So, the next one is women who are willing to work to increase her financial situation. Okay. Women who are willing to work to increase her financial situation. Y'all, the people do not start knocking on your doors saying, "Do you sell Mary Kay?" So she's got to be willing to work to move up, to earn profit, right? Okay, that's a big deal, okay? Like if she is just a couch potato eating potato chips 24/7, she might not be the best recruit, okay? Like I'm just saying. Okay, we got to inspect what we expect, okay? I'm just saying. It's hard to get people if they're already in a lazy mindset. It's hard to get them out of it. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all, it is so hard. Okay. And listen, I have recruited those people. Don't get me wrong. I just decided I wasn't doing it anymore because it's so tiring. Okay. Okay. The next one is women who have a high sense or want a high degree of independence. Like they aspire to be independent. Okay, so like I'm not saying that she's like deuces to the husband. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she could still be a stay-at-home mom, but want to have like an impact on their financial situation. Does that make sense? Because remember, there's a soft balance. So I want her to have a high degree or a sense of independence. Like, for example, the truth is my husband makes enough money to pay all of our bills. But whether or not I work and hustle to my full potential has nothing to do with how much money he's going to go make. Right. So it is literally like I love him, but what if something happened to him? What am I going to do? Like, I gotta be able to stand on my own 2 feet. And so that was something that I thought was very impactful. When you're trying to recruit a woman, you want her to just not be like all about just, "Oh, well, I don't need to make money." "Oh, okay. Okay. College ain't free, girl. The kids will grow up." Okay. Like all the things. So the next thing is, the last thing, number 7, women who are willing to be a part of a team, love to create a positive environment and have the will to win. Y'all, the ones who are, if she ever played sports growing up, y'all, she is like so fun to work with because she rallies with the team. Okay. And maybe even if she wasn't like, I played volleyball for a little bit, but I'm all about like, I want to win. You know what I'm saying? So she's got to have this sense of like, okay, I'm doing it. And the other thing, okay, so yes, we want to recruit people like this, but y'all are already recruited. So I want to ask you, are you willing to rally for your own team, like who you are a part of? Are you willing to push and rally? Is that something that you strive to be, have that positive environment and willing to push and win? Um, so my couple of just like tidbits with you guys is I want you guys to really step back, and I don't want you to get into this doubt, fear, or shame. Okay. No doubt, no fear, no shame. Okay. But as a business owner, okay, I want you to really evaluate your work ethic. Okay. If you were sitting down with a business coach and she said, okay, so tell me what's been great, like in your business and what needs improvement. And I do this with myself, y'all. It's called self coaching. What's going good, what needs improvement, those things you need to give yourself kudos for what's going good, but you also need to say, hey, I need to get it together in this area. And then really focus on it, y'all. That's a big deal. So evaluate your work ethic. Okay. Evaluate your spiritual life. Okay. So I sat down with one of my favorite consultants and I said, okay, we're going to make this weekly plan sheet and we're going to highlight, okay, where your family time is going. Then we're going to put in this color, we're going to do where, this is going, where are you going to fit in your regular job, all that. And then we had this green highlighter. And I said, okay, so this is for your Jesus time. And we need to make sure it's on this weekly plan sheet. And she said, well, I guess I can do it at 5 a.m. And I said, hold up. Are you a morning person? Because like, if you told me I needed to do my Jesus time at 5 a.m., we taking a nap, me and Jesus napping. Okay. Like it wasn't happening, And so I said, no, there was no written rule in scripture that said that you had to do it in the mornings. There's no written rule. If you find it, you let me know. But mine goes we found that hers would be at 9 p.m. But you know what that means? That she'll wake up feeling full and fed by Jesus. And so my business, y'all, seriously, it is hustle plus Jesus. And when you're skipping the whole Jesus part, that is why you are feeling so scared. You're living in doubt. You're living in fear and you're living in shame. And it's because the whole Jesus is not in it. So he's the one who fills your cup. So I don't care if you're a morning person or not, it doesn't matter. But he needs to be on your schedule. And so my thought process is, if Holly Lowe is on my schedule, she's a priority. Like I always look at Holly like being like the Queen of England. I always told her she's like the Queen of England. Like if she's calling, I'm answering. Okay. Like I'm not going to miss the call. It is going to be very planned out. Like I'm going to know our topics and what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about, all the things. Okay. So if that is the case, if I am going to put Jesus on my calendar, am I going to miss that time? No, because I can tell you, I love Holly and I think of her like Queen of England, but Jesus is more important, right? So if you are not putting Jesus on your calendar and making him a priority, you need to reevaluate your priorities. Okay. So no need in comparing the scoreboard. No need to compare yourself to somebody else. You really just need to open up your calendar and compare your calendar. At the end of the day, are you meeting new people weekly? Are you putting product on faces? Are you recruiting? Recruiting comes from faces. meaning people trying the product. Okay. And so there is magic, y'all, in doing the facials, doing the parties. That is where it all goes back to. So there's magic in the follow up as well. When you do a call with somebody or you do a facial with somebody, are you following up? Who needs a follow up phone call? Don't get stuck on the one girl. Okay. Now, let me tell you this. There's always one girl that you really want to recruit, and she just really keeps telling you no. Okay. Or she keeps brushing you off or whatever. Okay. You cannot get caught up on the one girl. The one girl cannot decide. She can't be your determining factor on whether or not you're going to be in a red jacket or you're going to move up to DIQ. She cannot have that much control. And if you're giving her that much control, you're literally handing her your entire business. Okay. So sometimes women just need a little bit of layering, and I'm trying to speed it up, but I want you to let's talk about layering for just a quick second. Okay. Layering is a few different things. I always, Karen Mitchell said that what was the word? I groomed her. That's what she said. I groomed her. Okay. And I thought that was such a perfect analogy, although I don't look at myself as grooming people. But she said that I groomed her because I invited her to all of my guest events, whether they were virtual or in person. She was invited, meaning I intentionally sent her invitations and said, hey, girl, we're having a fun event tonight. We're going to be sharing some new products, blah, blah, blah. I really want you to come. Will you be my guest? And I invited her. And you know what she said? I always wanted the invitation. I always wanted the invitation. So ask her to be a part of each guest event that your director holds. Each guest event. Even if it's an hour away, can you get her in the car with you and drive to the guest event? I'm just saying. Ask her to be a hostess for you. Will she host a party? You know, my Karen Mitchell finally decided to sign up after 2 or 3 months, and she had hosted a party for me, and it was my highest Facebook party in sales ever. It was like $1,000 in sales on Facebook. Okay. And I knew like she needs to sign up. Like all these people bought all this product. I sold to her friends. Okay. Make sure she's tried the product. Okay. Invite her to watch a recruiting video. Holly has a recruiting video. It's really great. And get her to send you her takeaways. So you've got to ask her, you know, what did you think about the video? Tell me what your favorite part was. Would you relate to the most? Like just kind of come up with some fun questions so that you can really follow up with her. Ask her to do a phone chat with you and your director. Ask her to meet with you for coffee the next month. Like the more you're in front of her, the more she's in the Mary Kay space, okay, the more that she is quote unquote groomed, okay? Every event, she needs to be your guest. So don't get hung up on if you get a recruit and she's not working. Okay, y'all, recruits will come in the door and some recruits will go out the door quicker than they came in. I just need you to hear me. Okay. The facts are that 1 in 5 say yes. So if you're doing 5 sharing appointments a week, your average should be one new recruit a week. If you're not doing 5 grouped up together, it's going to be really hard for you to recruit. Okay. So minimum of 5. So I always ask 15 people to hear the facts, and about 5 of those will actually listen. So 1 in 3 usually actually get on the phone with me. Okay. The third rule, the rule of thirds. One girl that you recruit will come in and do a 225. She will just do the minimum to get active. One girl will actually come in and get qualified, her 600 or more. And then the third girl that you recruit, she might just go ahead and go to Mary Kay heaven. Okay. So that is 1 in 3. 1 in 3 do a 225, 1 in 3 get qualified, and 1 in 3 go to Mary Kay heaven. If you know that ahead of time, your emotions don't allow you to get all caught up because you know the facts, right? If I know that ahead of time, my emotions are saved. Okay, last thing, and I swear I'm done. I need you to ask yourself, I caught myself years ago getting so worked up because every time I would recruit somebody, I would just assume that they were team players. Okay. So once I realized that I was like honestly catastrophizing a lot of stuff in my head about why are these people not working? Why do they not say a Mary Kay? Like all this nasty, like fear, doubt, and shame. Okay. I had to reevaluate how I worded things for myself. So I started calling a new agreements versus a new team member. Okay. Because an agreement means she agreed to sign up. Okay. It's $35. She agreed to do that. Okay. But a team member means she agreed to work and show up to training and be a part of a team. Okay. Well, y'all, you got to be careful what you expect. If you only expect her to sign up and let the rest be like up to her, then your feelings won't be hurt. Okay, so I just had to fix my wording on that. So I fixed my thoughts on it, if that makes sense. So I always say we're tracking, 5 new agreements, or we're tracking this many agreements. Well, that was just this many new people coming in. But once they got in, I could kind of figure out, is she going to be still just in agreement, or will she move up to team member? Does that make sense? So I had to kind of evaluate like how I was bringing people in and what I was thinking when they came in, because y'all, they're not all going to do something. Okay. I wish they would, but they're not. Okay. So take the emotion off of the table. Don't take too long to rebound yourself. I give myself 30 minutes to feel salty about it, and then I move on. Okay. And I might go in there and tell my husband, you ain't going to believe what so-and-so just sent me. Okay. Or whatever. Okay. But then I go back and I'm like, you know what? She is not going to determine whether I fail or succeed in this business. That is up to me. So she doesn't get that much power. So you've got to really focus on what you are doing and not what they are doing. We can't control people. We can just focus on sharing this blessing. Stop having so many expectations. People will let you down, but numbers never will. If you're not where you want to be, it is because you haven't helped enough people get what they want. I'm going to say that one more time. If you're not where you want to be, it is because you haven't helped enough people get where they want to be. Okay. So whether that be their financial situation, whatever, you ain't helped enough people. You haven't shared enough. And I'm not talking about helping people move up the career path, y'all. I'm saying you haven't recruited enough women yet. Focus on more sharing and you will get more. Okay, y'all, that's what I had for you today. I know it's a lot. I wanted to leave you with a fun little challenge. Okay, so in 1 minute, have a scheduled post on the Low National Area Facebook group. Okay, and it is a script for you to text out. Okay, to 15 women. And I know you know 15 women because you all have a cell phone. Okay. So book 5 sharing appointments, 5 sharing appointments to be held with your director. Phone calls are fine. Okay. Before the end of this month. Okay. So you have today through, is it Wednesday? Thursday. Let me double check.
Thursday.
Yep. Thursday. Yes. 5 shares booked with your director to be held like a phone call. Okay. It's a quick phone call with your director, 5 shares. So if you make a list of 15 women to call and use my script, literally you'll get 5 bookings, but you've got to call and text. Okay. Does that sound good? 5 shares to be held by Thursday. When you complete it, I want you to private message me on Facebook and I will have a prize mailed to you from my office. Okay. So serious. I love giving out prizes. All right.
Nikki, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Okay, real quick, Jamie, I'm gonna let you unmute, and y'all, this is how we do a takeaway. So when you tell a director, like, hey, this is what I learned from you, y'all, we can't tell your whole story of why it was impactful, y'all know what I mean? Like we want to, but just like give her the 1 sentence cliff notes that was the thing that you feel like was your takeaway. So I'm gonna let Jamie, if you'll unmute for me. And then Shay, I'll let you go next. Go ahead, Jamie.
Take the emotion off the table.
Good. I love it. Okay, Shay. Then Laura Ashley, I'll let you go next.
So I have so many notes that I wrote, but some stuff that stands out to me is it's a business, so don't recruit people who